Kendall Jenner has been spotted out in Los Angeles with Devon Lee Carlson, and almost immediately, one question started circulating among fans: where is Jacob Elordi? The latest sighting has sparked fresh curiosity around Kendall Jenner, Devon Lee Carlson, and Jacob Elordi, especially after months of intense public attention surrounding Kendall and the Australian actor. Kendall and Devon were seen together in Los Angeles, looking relaxed and seemingly focused on enjoying their time away from the spotlight. But the absence of Jacob Elordi from this particular outing has quickly become the detail many people cannot stop talking about. Before we get into what this sighting could mean, make sure you stay until the end, because there is an important piece of context that changes how this entire moment can be viewed. And if you follow Kendall Jenner, Jacob Elordi, celebrity news, Hollywood sightings, and celebrity relationships, hit like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments, do you think Kendall and Jacob are simply keeping things private, or could something have changed? Kendall Jenner has become one of the most recognizable faces in the world, and whenever she steps out in Los Angeles, cameras are almost guaranteed to follow. But this time, the attention was not only about Kendall. It was about who was standing beside her. Devon Lee Carlson. The sighting immediately caught attention because Devon is already well known within Hollywood's fashion and social circles. She has built a strong public profile of her own, and her connection to Kendall's wider celebrity circle makes their appearance together far from unusual. Still, whenever Kendall is photographed with someone other than Jacob Elordi, fans naturally begin looking for clues. And that is exactly what happened. Kendall appeared to be enjoying a casual day in Los Angeles, while Devon was right there beside her. There was no obvious sign of drama, no public confrontation, and no confirmed indication that anything was wrong. It looked, on the surface, like two friends simply spending time together. But celebrity culture rarely stops at what is visible. One photograph can generate thousands of questions. One missing person can become the center of an entire conversation. And when that missing person is Jacob Elordi, the curiosity becomes even stronger. For months, Kendall Jenner and Jacob Elordi have been surrounded by speculation. Their appearances together, their trips, their nights out, and even the moments when they have attempted to keep a low profile have all attracted enormous attention online. That is why Kendall's latest Los Angeles outing is creating another wave of discussion. But here is where things get interesting. Kendall being seen with Devon does not automatically mean Jacob is absent from her life. It does not confirm a breakup. It does not prove that their relationship status has changed. And it certainly does not establish that anything dramatic has happened behind the scenes. What it does show is something much simpler. Kendall was out in Los Angeles with Devon Lee Carlson. And Jacob Elordi was not publicly seen with them during this particular outing. That distinction matters. In the world of celebrity news, the difference between what is confirmed and what is merely assumed can be enormous. Kendall has always been known for maintaining a certain level of privacy around her personal life. Unlike some members of the Kardashian-Jenner family, she has often avoided turning every relationship moment into public content. She can attend an event, go to dinner, travel, or spend time with friends without necessarily explaining who she is seeing or what is happening in her private world. Jacob Elordi has also experienced an extraordinary level of attention surrounding his personal life. The actor became a global heartthrob through major film and television projects, and his popularity exploded even further as audiences became increasingly interested in his off-screen life. So when Kendall Jenner and Jacob Elordi are connected, the level of public interest becomes almost unavoidable. Their names together generate headlines. Their appearances together generate viral posts. And their absence from each other's side can generate just as many questions. That is why this latest sighting has become such an interesting moment. Kendall was in Los Angeles. Devon Lee Carlson was with her. Jacob was not publicly visible. And suddenly, the question appeared again: where is Jacob Elordi? The answer, however, may be much less dramatic than the internet wants it to be. Jacob could simply have been working. He could have been spending time privately. He could have been somewhere else entirely. Or he could have simply chosen not to be photographed. That last possibility is particularly important because privacy has become increasingly difficult for celebrities at Kendall and Jacob's level. Imagine walking through Los Angeles knowing that almost every public appearance could become a headline within minutes. A coffee run becomes celebrity news. A dinner becomes dating speculation. A trip becomes relationship evidence. A friend becomes a potential romantic rival. And an absence becomes a rumor. That is the environment Kendall Jenner and Jacob Elordi are operating in. So when Kendall steps out with Devon Lee Carlson, the most responsible interpretation is not to immediately assume that something has happened between Kendall and Jacob. Instead, it is worth looking at the bigger picture. Kendall has a large social circle. Devon is part of the fashion and celebrity world. Los Angeles is a city where celebrity friendships and professional relationships frequently overlap. And Kendall has every reason to spend time with friends without Jacob being present. Still, there is another reason this moment is attracting so much attention. Kendall's relationship history has always been a major source of fascination. From her years in the public eye to her highly discussed romances, fans have followed nearly every chapter of her personal life. But Kendall has repeatedly demonstrated that she prefers to control what she reveals. That creates a unique situation. The less a celebrity explains, the more people try to interpret. And that is exactly what we are seeing now. A simple outing becomes a mystery. A friend becomes part of the story. And Jacob Elordi's absence becomes the question at the center of it all. Now, pause for a second. Look at what is actually confirmed. Kendall Jenner was seen in Los Angeles with Devon Lee Carlson. That is the event. Everything beyond that requires caution. There is no reason to turn one outing into proof of a breakup. There is no confirmed announcement that Kendall and Jacob have ended anything. There is no verified statement explaining why Jacob was not present. And without those facts, the biggest story may actually be how quickly fans connect separate moments together. This is where celebrity culture becomes fascinating. People want a complete story. But sometimes, the available information only gives us one scene. And this scene features Kendall and Devon, not Kendall and Jacob. That does not necessarily tell us what happens next. It only tells us what happened during this particular outing. But could the timing still be interesting? Absolutely. Kendall and Jacob have received enormous attention, and every new public appearance naturally becomes part of a larger timeline. Fans look at who Kendall is with, where she is, when she is seen, and whether Jacob appears around the same period. They compare photos. They compare locations. They analyze outfits. They examine body language. They revisit previous sightings. And before long, a casual afternoon can become an enormous online discussion. That is exactly why this story has momentum. There is an unanswered question. Where is Jacob Elordi? And because there is no confirmed answer attached to this particular outing, the mystery remains open. But there is something else fans should keep in mind. Celebrity relationships do not have to be publicly visible every single day. A couple can spend time apart without having problems. Friends can go out without their partners. Actors can disappear from the public eye because of work. Models can have completely separate schedules. And celebrities can deliberately choose different social settings. In fact, maintaining separate friendships and personal routines can be perfectly normal. So Kendall being with Devon does not automatically make the outing a statement about Jacob. It may simply be Kendall being Kendall. Out in Los Angeles. Spending time with a friend. And enjoying a moment away from the cameras. But the internet has a different perspective. Once Jacob's name enters the conversation, everything changes. Suddenly, fans are not only looking at Kendall and Devon. They are asking whether Jacob is nearby. They are wondering whether he has been working. They are searching for recent sightings. They are revisiting older moments. And they are trying to determine whether there is a larger story hiding behind a seemingly ordinary day. This is where the suspense really builds. Because sometimes the biggest celebrity stories are not created by what someone says. They are created by what someone does not say. Kendall has not publicly explained why Jacob was not with her. Jacob has not publicly explained where he was during the outing. And there has been no official announcement turning this moment into something bigger. So for now, the mystery remains exactly that, a mystery. But there is one detail that deserves attention. Kendall Jenner and Devon Lee Carlson being seen together is not necessarily evidence of distance between Kendall and Jacob. If anything, it may simply highlight how broad Kendall's world is beyond her romantic relationships. She has longtime friends. She has fashion connections. She has family commitments. She has business responsibilities. She has modeling work. And she has a life that continues even when cameras are not following her. The same applies to Jacob. His career continues independently. His filming commitments can take him to different locations. His schedule can be demanding. And his personal life does not have to be visible every time Kendall appears in public. That may be the simplest explanation. But simple explanations do not always satisfy the internet. Fans want answers. They want timelines. They want clues. They want to know whether the Kendall Jenner and Jacob Elordi story is moving forward, standing still, or quietly changing behind the scenes. And this latest sighting gives them one more piece of the puzzle, even if it does not provide the final answer. There is also something symbolic about seeing Kendall with Devon in Los Angeles. Kendall has often been photographed in highly controlled environments, fashion shows, red carpets, luxury events, exclusive dinners, and major entertainment gatherings. But casual outings can sometimes reveal a different side of celebrity life. There is less staging, less ceremony, and sometimes more curiosity. When Kendall is simply spending time with someone she knows, fans get a glimpse into the social world surrounding one of the world's most famous models. Devon Lee Carlson is herself a recognizable figure in fashion and entertainment circles, and her appearance alongside Kendall makes sense within that broader world. But because Jacob's name is already associated with Kendall in the public conversation, his absence becomes almost impossible to ignore. This is the paradox of celebrity news. Sometimes the person who is not in the photograph becomes more important than the people who are. And that is exactly what is happening here. Kendall is there. Devon is there. Jacob is not visibly there. And the question continues. Where is Jacob Elordi? Could he be working on a project? Could he be spending time with friends? Could he simply be avoiding the cameras? Could Kendall and Jacob be giving each other space? Or could there actually be something changing? At this point, there is not enough verified information to say. And that is important. A compelling story does not require inventing an answer. Sometimes the most interesting thing is acknowledging what we do not yet know. Because the next sighting could completely change the conversation. Imagine Kendall and Jacob appearing together again shortly after this. Suddenly, today's speculation would look very different. Or imagine Jacob being photographed elsewhere in Los Angeles. That would provide a much simpler explanation for his absence. Or perhaps Kendall and Devon will continue appearing together as friends, while Jacob remains focused on his own schedule. Each possibility would create a different interpretation. And that is why fans are watching closely. There is no confirmed conclusion yet. Only another public appearance. Another photograph. Another question. And another reminder that Kendall Jenner's personal life remains one of the most closely watched subjects in celebrity culture. For now, Kendall appears to be continuing with her life in Los Angeles, surrounded by friends and maintaining the level of privacy she has become known for. Devon Lee Carlson's presence adds a familiar face from the fashion and celebrity world. And Jacob Elordi remains the missing piece in this particular public moment. But missing from a photograph does not mean missing from someone's life. That distinction may ultimately be the biggest takeaway from this entire story. So, if you came here expecting a dramatic confirmation about Kendall Jenner and Jacob Elordi, there is no verified breakup announcement to report from this sighting. What we have is a moment that sparked curiosity. Kendall Jenner out in Los Angeles. Devon Lee Carlson beside her. Jacob Elordi nowhere publicly visible during the outing. And thousands of fans asking the same question. Where is Jacob? Maybe the answer is completely ordinary. Maybe he is working. Maybe he is relaxing. Maybe he is somewhere far from the cameras. Or maybe another public appearance will eventually provide more clues. Until then, the smartest approach is to separate the confirmed sighting from the speculation surrounding it. Because in Hollywood, the story can change with a single photograph. One new appearance could answer everything. One new sighting could restart the Kendall and Jacob conversation all over again. And if history has taught us anything, it is that Kendall Jenner rarely needs to say much to Jenner.